Hey, welcome to Repeated Measures. So today we have a data set. You'll see we've got 6 different variables, gender, subject, and 4 time points. And you'll notice that gender goes 1 to 2, 1 for females and 2 for males. And if you click on variable, you'll see them defined here. And then you'll see we have our participant ID. These are the unique IDs for each of our participants. So our subjects from 1 to 12 each are unique. And then these are the 4 time points. And you'll see over here defined as time 1, time 2, time 3, and time 4. So we want to do a repeated measures test to see if there's a difference between subjects from time 1 to time 4. So to do that, we're going to go to Analyze, General Linear Model, and then Repeated Measures. So you'll notice we have 4 times here. These are going to be our numbers of levels. So we're going to type in 4 and then add. Once you've got your 4 levels here, we're going to go to define each one of these variables. So time 1, we're going to insert here, time 1, and then time 2, time 3, and time 4. So in our output, you're going to find Mauchly's test of sphericity. And what we want to look for is here, this level of significance. You notice these are blanked out. So if Mauchly's test of sphericity is non-significant, then we can conclude that the variances of differences are not significantly different. But if this value is significant, then we can't trust the F ratios produced by SPSS. We're going to need to look at a different adjusted F ratio when we're making our conclusions. What if we want to look at a between subjects factor? So for example, you'll notice here we have gender. We have both men and women. So what if there's a difference between how subjects fare depending on if they're male or female over these 4 time points? So to do that, we're going to go back to Analyze, go back to our General Linear Model, go back to Repeated Measures, and we should see our factor here. We hit Define, and you notice down here we have between subjects factor. So here we're going to put our gender in. And remember, this is between subjects because we're looking at differences between each of the individuals on a trait. In this case, their gender. What you're going to see here is we have our 4 time factors, time 1, time 2, time 3, time 4, and then our between subjects factor. So here we have male and female, and we can see we have 6 of both. Once you hit OK, you should get the following output. And if we look at it, you're going to get the test of within subjects effects, the test of within subjects contrasts, and the test of between subject effects. Remember, with test of within subject effects, which of these lines you interpret will depend on Mauchly's test of sphericity. And the test of between subject effects is going to give you an indication of where the differences are, if there are any, between your individual groups. One more thing. Recall that the marginal means test the difference between the independent variables at each of the levels. If we want to plot that, we can do that back at our General Linear Models, Repeated Measures, and we've already got it defined, so we say Define. And then we're going to go back to Plots here. I'm going to put Gender at the bottom and Factor at the top. Now to get this to actually work, you've got to hit Add. So we have it down here. Continue. And I think that covers it for Repeated Measures ANOVA. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know.